So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Navamsa series of the week. And today we're going to be covering our video of Rahu in the seventh house of your D9 Navamsa chart. And what happens when Rahu, the north node of the moon, is in your Navamsa chart, which is one of the most important charts in Vedic astrology, which kind of shows about your marriage, your inner strength of the planets, your overall life as you mature. Okay. And it is known as the house or chart of fortune. So pretty much you can just use Navamsa as a regular birth chart. Okay. And as always, if you do not know, if you have Rahu in the seventh house, what sign it's in, what planet aspects is, and all the other astrological details. For that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and a link to my academy, Maga Vedic Astrology Academy, where I just taught one of the simplest and the best known knowledge of nakshatras. Although I have many, many chapters on nakshatras in the academy, but this, really took a while to bring it out after pleading and requesting from one of my teachers. So, this is actually quite a simple one. A Rahu in the seventh house. How do you judge Rahu in the seventh house? What are the implications of Rahu in the seventh house? What result? See, it's all about the result. What is the result of Rahu in the seventh house? And it's never going to be the same for everyone, especially with Rahu and Ketu. Why? Because you have to understand that Rahu Ketu will only give result based on their dispositor. So for example, your Rahu is in Capricorn in the seventh house of your Navamsa. And you're trying to understand, what is this Rahu going to do to me? How my married life will be, how my spouse will be. The first thing, before you even try to think what Rahu is, well, Rahu this, and this. No. First, look where is Saturn placed. You have to see where the Lord of the sign placed, because Rahu, first and foremost, will give result of where the sign Lord is placed. So if Rahu's in Capricorn in the seventh house, and let's say Saturn is in the ninth house in Pisces, well, you're going to get result of Saturn in the ninth house in Pisces. If your Rahu is in the seventh house in the sign of Scorpio, for this, you're really going to look at the physical planet, not the other co-ruler, the shadow planet, the physical planet Mars. Where's Mars placed? What condition it's in? Is it getting full directional strength? No direction strength? How is its sign placement in the Navamsa? Who is it conjunct? That's the first and foremost result you'll get. So this is why I said it's never the same for everybody. Because someone may have Rahu in the 7th house in Aries, someone may have Rahu in the 7th house in Pisces. You just have to look at the Lord, where they're placed. Now, if that dispositor of Rahu is in a very tough placement, conjunct malefics, surrounded by malefics, is in its difficult sign, setting in the 6th, 8th house, or even the 12th, well, then you get to understand, okay, this is what I'm going to experience. Then, once you see that, how this planet is behaving according to its dispositor, now you understand the avastha of Rahu. Because as you know, Rahu is a planet that is known as a bhogakarka. It gives the bhog. But what kind of bhog does it give? Is it giving you a fresh, hot, Vedic or organic meal? Or is it giving you just a raw meat hunted from the jungles? Or is it giving you cold pizza, which you have to microwave? It's going to give you bhog. Its job is to give you bhog. But how's the bhog? Well, for that, you're going to look at the chef, which is the dispositor of Rahu. But it's going to give bhog. Then the other thing we also see that Rahu is a planet that represents things which are outside the context of our dogmatic society, which are all about breaking tradition, breaking boundaries. And this is why Rahu signifies foreign places, foreign lands. So you can see that there's going to be an element of foreign personality, foreign behavior of this person. Now, how the behavior is, because Rahu can go two ways. It can either become a cheater or it can become a protector. So how do you determine how this Rahu is going to behave? Well, like I said, once you know the dispositor, you're going to see what kind of bhog you're getting. Is this a very clever Rahu, or is this a Rahu which is very innocent? So, for example, Rahu is in Pisces. Jupiter is sitting in the 11th house, exalted position, while it also aspects the 7th house. Well, this Rahu is definitely going to give you great gains in your marriage and partnership in life. Your spouse will have a very unorthodox outlook on life and spirituality. However, it will be there because of the condition of Jupiter. Now, one thing I always will tell you, and it's funny how I'm using the example of Pisces, is that usually no matter what planet is in Pisces, even Jupiter in Pisces, it's kind of like just swimming in water. When you're in water, okay, like when you go to a swimming pool and you go to the 8 feet deep and you take a dive and you're just kind of swimming, the last thing you're doing is thinking about your bills or thinking about something. What you're trying to do is you're aware that you're in water and you have to swim out because you can't stay there for too long. And it's that, confusing state. It is very wobbly state, not even confused, just wobbly. Like the person just kind of like half asleep going from here to there. So no matter what planet it is in Pisces, it always just tends to just kind of like give this nature of being a vagabond. Just going from one place and doing something, learning something, going to the other place, doing something, learning something, going from. These people kind of come out as like half drunks. You can even have Mars in there in Pisces. It's just going to feel like half drunk. Like my spouse is just in a different world. My spouse I can't understand my spouse. Now, when you have something as solid, let's say, for example, Rahu is in Taurus in the 7th house. And let's say Venus, is sitting in the 4th house. Venus is sitting in the 2nd house, 5th house exalted because you're a Scorpio ascendant in Navamsa. Well, first of all, this Rahu finds its earthly element because the only way it can give you a bhog is if you are in a physical form. So Rahu feels really comfortable there. Rahu feels the pleasure there. Now, how much or how little pleasure? Well, that is Venus signifying. How's the dignity of Venus? Is Venus telling Rahu to go cheat on this person? Is Venus showing that you are to demand a lot of money from this person, a lot of comfort from this person? So yeah, even a position of something like Taurus can be too earthy then. Because then one wants to devour and understand earth, pleasures of the earth. But the thing is, how luxurious of earth is the spouse is going to want. For that, then you'll look at Venus or Mercury or Saturn, depending upon which earth sign that Rahu is sitting in. So this is how simple it is. There's no complexity of understanding Rahu or Ketu in Navamsa. Because even when I make the Ketu video next, I'm going to be saying the similar thing, just a little bit different to it. A little bit different. Because the thing is, Rahu is the head, right? It's the head. Whatever the head is represented by Rahu. We think, we get a headache, we eat, we consume, we look, all our 5 senses are right there. Even touch, you can touch with your nose something and you'll feel that touch. So it becomes, Rahu is very sensory. It's a very sensory planet. It needs all the senses. It wants to enjoy all the senses. Now, the sign placement kind of shows what is going to be the majority of those senses that this Rahu is going to enjoy, or Rahu is going to make you deal with in your marriage or in your life itself. Okay? So, anyway, this was my analysis of Rahu in the seventh house in Navamsa chart. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And also, check out my Academy link and my website link here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.